Morning everybody, and happy Friday. Glad to have you here at the blog. Today's video blog is on passion. Actually, I'm going to go through 9 steps to your passion. And I just want everybody to know that excuse me, my blog post and video today are inspired by Susan Beasley, Amanda Ollier, and Isabel Amy. Their friendship, mentorship, and their educational material. Susan and Amanda have written a book called The Mindset Shift, and I believe that it's available on eBay. If you guys get a chance to get it and download it, you know, buy it. It's a great book to have. And Isabel wrote a book called The Brave Souls, and both of those are similar in the sense that they teach you to retrain your brain in the way you think about and see things. And so I just want to give a shout out to them and thank them for their friendship and mentorship, and sharing their information and such with me. And we'll move on to my blog. For many of us, sometimes standing up in front of a group is difficult. My passion has always been to help others. Since I was a teenager, I've been a lifeguard, I've been in the military, I've been a mentor at the Alaska Military Youth Academy. I've helped people in and out of business. I volunteer at the hospital. I volunteer at several old folks' homes. Through my life, when I was the first male. I don't know if you guys understand the term candy striper, but in the U.S., a teenage volunteer at a hospital wears this red and white, looks like a peppermint candy uniform. I was the first male candy striper. They didn't have a uniform for me because all candy stripers were girls. So I serve people. That's what I do, and that's what I've always done, and so that's my passion. And I got out in the corporate world and the bricks and mortar businesses, and I've done everything from maintenance to shovel shit against the sea. I really have. I've done all kinds of stuff in my life, and finally realized that I need to get back to helping people. And so I hope that this video and that my posts are helping people in one way or another. And if they do, I hope that you please like them and share them. And sorry, my phone was ringing. I hope that you like my posts and you share them, and comment on them, please. I enjoy the feedback, and if you want to learn more and become part of a great community of entrepreneurs like myself, let me know. Write down and go to the link that's going to be posted at the end of this video, and watch the free video that's on my blog post and on my website, and come join us and be part of a great team. Okay, let's get started. If you could do one thing to transform your life, and the reason I wrote this was I think that we should always try to do something that we're passionate about. Now, that's not as easy as it sounds. Like I said, I spent years doing things that I'm not passionate about, working for the man, going to the J-O-B, and for those of you who don't know what job stands for, it's just over broke. And you're working for the man, you're working to make somebody else money. And so I work for myself. So sometimes your passion, to find your passion isn't as easy as it sounds. But if you find your passion, it's well worth the effort. And if you dread your job, find yourself constantly lacking motivation, or find that you're doing dull and repetitive things, you need to start looking for a new job. Because staying in your own job, your current job, will only continue to make you unhappy. And it won't help you to realize your full potential in life. Imagine this instead. You get up whenever you want. You jump out of bed, excited to go to work. You might put in more hours than the average person, but it doesn't seem difficult to you because the work hours just fly by. You're often in a state of mind often referred to as a drift zone, where you just lose track of the world and time. You lose yourself in your tasks because you're doing what you want to do. You're doing that thing that you're passionate about. Your heart beats fast and your blood just rushes through your veins, kind of like I get when I'm helping people. But it's something that's fun and exciting. It's not a job, it's a passion. If you have a job that you dislike or even hate, this sounds like a pipe dream to most of you. And if you never put in the passion to find the effort, I should say, rather, to find what you're passionate about, you're right. It's going to be a pipe dream because it's never going to be possible for you to get there, for you to do. But I challenge you, dare to dream. Dare to imagine possibilities that you think are beyond your scope. And dare to actually search for what you love. And make that possibility a probability. I'm going to give you 9 things, 9 steps as it were, how you can find what you're passionate about. Number 1, is there something you already love doing? You know, at a young age, I lost the ability to have children. I love children. And not in that gross, weird, sick way, but I love kids. So when I mentor at the Alaska Military Youth Academy, it's a passionate thing for me. It's an important part of my life. I read a post yesterday. Somebody posted something yesterday about, 110 years from now, I'm not going to care about how much money I have in my bank account, but there'll be a child that remembers what I did for them in their life, or something along those terms. I don't remember the exact quote or who wrote it. But it's important for me that I leave some kind of legacy behind. And since I cannot have children, I don't have a legacy to leave behind other than this, what I'm doing now, and my mentoring with these young men at the Alaska Military Youth Academy. And so that's what I love. I love to help other people. So I want people, the volunteer work I do at the old folks homes, that I've done since I was, I want to say 12 or 13, in Wallingford, Connecticut. At an old tuberculosis hospital. I just have always had this dream and this passion. So if you have a hobby or something you loved doing as a child, never considered it a possibility, whether it's reading comic books or collecting something, maybe creating something or blogging something, open a comic book shop or create a comic book site online. If there's already something you love doing, you're ahead of the game. Now you just need to research the possibilities of making it a reality. It's really that simple. Number 2, what do you spend your hours reading about? When I get passionate about something, I read about it for hours. When I was a teenager, I was lucky enough to have family that lived in Madison, Connecticut, and had an opportunity to be involved with the Madison Yacht Club, or Yachting Club. I don't remember if that's what it's called now, but it was something like that. And boy, I'll tell you, I went to the library and I read books on sailing. I read books on navigating by the stars. I made it a passion, but that's my personality. Everything I do at 100 miles an hour, and 500 miles an hour, and I always jump in with both feet. I don't dilly-dally. I don't waste time. People that are in my life are doers, not talkers. The people that are talkers in my life, we really don't spend a lot of time together because they can't keep up. My idea of hiking is I go into the woods and I find where 2 pieces of grass spread, and that's my trail. Everybody else goes over here to the other trail that's marked. I make my own trails. That's just the way I am. But that's because I'm passionate about it. When I go fishing or hunting or trapping or anything that I do here in this great Alaska, I do everything I do. I do the videotaping. I do everything with great passion. It's because I love this. And in my brain, there's somebody who's going to see this, or somebody who's going to read my blog, and they're going to be helped by it. And if I can help just one person, I'm happy. I've done my job. I've done what I have dreamed my whole life of doing. You know, when I get passionate for something, I read about it or listen. I find videos on YouTube or recordings, tapes, something, and you know, I'll spend days on the internet in between writing my blogs and posting my posts, searching and researching whatever it is that I'm trying to find out about. Number 3, brainstorm. Bounce your ideas off of people. There's absolutely nothing wrong with asking somebody what they think about you going into business as a plastic bottle seller, or a fan store, or a music teacher. I have a very good friend, Lee Galatney, from Canada, that is a piano teacher, great lady, smart. That's her passion. That's what she does. And we met, strangely enough, through the internet, because I enjoy music, and we both are members of the Empower Network team, the Extreme team. And so, find your passion. Bounce your ideas off of friends and family. It's okay. And if they shoot you down, but it's a passion of yours, don't let them stop you. Watch my blog or watch my video from yesterday, or read my blog post from yesterday. Be persistent and consistent, and have faith in yourself. If you're passionate about it, you will be successful. It's not going to happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight. Work is work. It's going to take time to create relationships and build a storefront, whether it's a physical storefront or an online storefront. It takes time. But if you have that passion, you'll never get tired of working your work. What is it they say? Find a job that you'll love, and you'll never work a day in your life. So, you know, how about being retired the rest of your life because you're really not working? You may be doing stuff, you may be active, but you're not working, you know? It's because you love it so much. It doesn't feel like work. Number 4, ask around. You know, put your ideas out there. With today's social media, you could go onto Facebook and you can post, you know, there's a search thing, or Bing or Google or whatever it is you prefer, and take your idea and put it in there and look around at how popular it is. Find out how popular it is. And if you're working, don't quit your job just yet. That's number 5. You know, don't run and turn in your. I'm not saying to go turn in your resignation tomorrow. Stay in your job a while you're researching your passion and your possibilities. And if you can do your job as a side job for a while to build up income for a few months or a year, that's better. It gives you a chance to build up some savings, and if you're going into business for yourself, you're going to need the cash reserve, believe me, because you're going to need money for advertising. There's a lot of expenses that we take for granted we don't understand when we're not in business for ourselves, that once you get into business for yourself, you're like, oh, damn it, I didn't think of that. So just, if you're working, keep working, but do the work on researching your passion and figuring out what you want to do. And you understand, you follow me? You know, write a business plan, which will include a budgeting plan, and that of itself will help you to determine how long you need to stay in the job you're in now. Number 6, I suggest you give it a try first. Do a test. Test your business out from home, perhaps. You know, before you go out and invest the money in a storefront or a website, test your idea. Do it as a hobby or a side job first. Make sure it's your calling. Make sure that it's not a whim. You know, there's nothing worse, and most of your naysayers, especially in today's market online, you get a lot of people say, oh yeah, I tried that and it didn't work. Well, that's because they were happy and excited and saw the income streams and got all hyped up about it and worked it for 2 or 3 months, and it wasn't working for them like they expected it to work, and so they quit. You know what, you can't, any business is a business. It's not gonna just go if you quit. You know, I revert back to a story in Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This is the version I have, where he talks about a young man from, I believe, Maryland, who took his money, quit his job, went out west, had bitten by the gold fever, found a vein of gold, dug, and then it went dry. So he dug until he pretty much used up what capital he did have, and then quit. And he sold off all his equipment and all his things and went back to a job in Maryland to a local carpetbagger, who then hired a geologist to come out, who found that if the man from Maryland had dug just 3 more feet, he would have found the biggest gold vein in history during the gold rush. So, you know, don't give up on your dreams. Never give up on your dreams. Do what you can. And that's why I say, if you can start it part-time and do it, and it takes you a year before you're earning enough income where you can quit your regular job, do it for a year. Do it for 2 years. Do it for 5 years. Whatever it's going to take. It's your passion. It's something you enjoy, something you love. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Number 7, and this is a big one, do as much research as possible. Know as much as you can about what you're doing as you can. And what I like to do is I hit every website I can, I read every book I can, I listen to every tape I can, I watch every video I can, and I find other people that are doing similar or the same thing, and I glean them for information. I try to learn from others, especially successful others. Okay? And don't forget to always keep putting positive things inside every day, because 7% of your brain, when you're awake, is conscious thought. 93% is subconscious thought or unconscious thought. So when you read or listen to something positive, like Think and Grow Rich or a Tony Robbins video or anything motivational or inspirational, it stays in your unconscious, your subconscious. And so learn about your passion, because what you learn is what's going to come out of your mouth and what's going to come out of your brain when you need it to. When your conscious brain needs to reach for something, it reaches into the unconscious or subconscious and takes that information out, and there it goes, out your mouth. Find out how much other people are making doing the same thing that you're passionate about. You know, do you need certification, extra training, or education? Are there any specific skills or extra skills you need? Ask these people what recommendations they have for you. Often you'll find people are more willing to give advice than you can imagine. Move on here to number 8. Number 8 is practice. Practice, 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 and practice some more. Try not to go in at an amateur skill level. We all do things a little differently. When I started my online business, I went in as a pure amateur. I have no videotaping experience. I have no classes in filming or anything like that since, well, I took a class in high school, but that was just black and white 35mm filming, film taking, but it wasn't anything like this or the technology of today. I had no social network. I knew nothing about Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest or Google other than they were names and they were social networking places, and I wasn't into that. But in order to have an online business today, you need to be into that. And you need to know about these things. So learn about it. And even if you have an offline business these days, if you're not doing online marketing for that business, you're losing money. You know, it's a no-brainer. You know, pretty soon, physical storefronts are always going to be there. But if they don't use the social media that we have today, they're going to lose business big time. Because that's where advertising and everything is gone, is to the social media. So get good at what you're doing. If it's something you love, the practice will be something you want to do. You know, again, if you find a job you love, you'll never work a day in your life. So if you're practicing your passion, you're not even going to feel like you're working at it. And number 9 is never quit trying. When I was young, as far back as I can remember, and there's things I can remember back to my kindergarten days. And some of you might find that hard to believe, but I'm still a kid at heart. But one thing that has always stuck with me was my grandmother said to me, I remember something, I was trying to build something or make something, and I got frustrated, I got mad because I was having a hard time with it. And she came out and she put her arm around me, she said, what's the matter? And she asked me what the problem was, and I explained it to her. And I used the word can't. And she said, grandson, can't never could do anything. And from that point on, I could do anything. Anything I put my mind to, I could do. I never quit trying, and I persevered. If it was hard, I tried harder. If it, you know, there just was, I just got in a mindset, and again, I refer back to Susan and Amanda's book and Isabel's book. You get yourself in a mindset where you can do it. You can do it. Never quit. Just don't quit. If it's a passion and you love it, don't quit doing it. You will hate yourself, you will regret it, and you'll never want to look at yourself again. You'll never go to bed without thinking, what if I had tried just one more day? Just one more time. Or tried this one more thing. If you fail at something, Thomas Edison, I think, once said that he failed 10,000 times. He failed 10,000 times to make a light bulb and was successful once. But he was passionate about having that light bulb. And those failures were education in how not to do it, how to make a correct light bulb. That's how he viewed things. That's how we need to view things. If you have a failure in life, that doesn't make you a failure. Doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means that that attempt was the wrong way to approach it. Adapt and overcome. That's a Marine Corps thing. You hear that out of Marines' mouths every single day. Adapt and overcome. It's because we don't quit. We go and we go and we go and we go and we don't quit. Don't quit. Don't be a quitter. Start over again. Find another passion. Or keep working on that same passion. There's going to be more than one passion in your lifetime. So explore all your possibilities. Success doesn't come easy. So giving up early is a sure way to fail. Please, from my heart to yours, don't give up on your passions. Don't give up on your love. What I've outlined here is a lot of work, but it's going to be the best investment you've ever made. Follow up on your passion, and you'll be truly happy and incredibly fulfilled. I wish you the wildest success of your wildest dreams. And I hope that you'll like and share this video with others. And you'll come and enjoy more of my videos. I hope that it touched you as much as it's touched me to make this video. I have a lot of passions in life, and I don't even know what my next video is going to be about. Maybe a little more on passion. But for now, this is it. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.